Hello, and today we're going to make mozzarella in carrozza, which is fried mozzarella strips in a carriage, in carrozza. Carrozza carriage. Now I've seen a number of ways on the internet of doing this dish, and there's two I particularly like. One is authentic, and one is what I'm going to call creative because you can actually go to town with things. So in this video, I'm actually going to show both the authentic and the creative. Now, for the authentic, I've got here three mozzarella balls. You will need that obviously for both creative and authentic. And then I've beaten 3 eggs in that bowl, and I've got breadcrumbs in that bowl, and then I've got a plate to put the finished mozzarella in before frying. This is what you would need for both. However, for the creative one, you will also need some thin sliced bread, and then you can get creative, and I'll explain as we go along. Oh, and the one other thing you'll need is kitchen roll in order to try and dry up the mozzarella. So the first thing to do is the mozzarella. Just cut it, not too thick, not too thin. This sort of size would be about right. Yeah. Once you've cut it, you need to try and drain off the excess fluid. So what you would do is put it on the kitchen roll, just so as to dry off any excess fluid, like so. So we've got 2 more here. Again, just cut. And then just move on to the third and final one. Cut. Moms! I should have known. Look who we've got. Momsy, say hello. 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 Oh, look at him, isn't he cute, Momsy? Oh, he's come to supervise. Surprisingly, all this mozzarella, and a certain Bath isn't around. Hang on, I need to I think I need to give some mozzarella to Marms. He's kind of glaring at me. When you come to doing this dish yourself, mozzarella eating cat is, of course, optional. So I've got there, and now what I'm going to do is just cover the mozzarella, just so as to remove and to dry it out and remove as much of the moisture as is possible. So this is for both. Doesn't matter if you're doing authentic or creative. Now, whilst that is doing, I'm going to move on to the creative. And now that I've covered up the mozzarella, bye bye, moms. It's been nice knowing you. Right, okay, Mom's has gone. Bath's sleeping upstairs. I still can't believe he hasn't come here. But anyway, so what I'm going to do, because this is damp with the moisture, I'm going to just change here. So what now we're going to do what I'm calling creative. So with the creative, you get a new board, 4 pieces of bread. So and the reason why you call this creative is because now you can do whatever you want. I've got some mayonnaise here, which I've squeezed on one. And I'm just going to just very lightly cover this. Just very lightly cover this. Okay. Wash the implement. I've got some pesto that I will now do the same, but on the other. So now I think you can see we're just very lightly. So now you can see why I'm saying creative, because you could put anything on this at all, or even be original and have nothing. Leave it plain if you want. So we go to the mozzarella, which hopefully will think, and again we just now start to put the mozzarella as literally as though you're making a sandwich. Okay, so this is one. Again, when it comes to creativeness, what I am going to do is put some ham on this one. But again, you can put whatever you want. The whole point, and that's why I'm calling it creative, because you can do whatever you want. Now the thing is you need to really press it down. That is the one thing that you must do. You've got to really press down on and make sure that it really all sticks together. That is the one thing that you must do. So here's the other one. This one, mayonnaise. Okay, so you can see it's just getting this. This time I'm not going to put anything on there, and I'm not going to be creative. But you getting the idea why I'm calling this creative, because because basically you're just making a sandwich, aren't you? And in this sandwich, you could put in anything you particularly like. So I put ham. In the other one, you can put salmon. You can put absolutely anything, um, as well as mayonnaise. There's other things you can put there. You can I've put pesto. I put mayonnaise in one, pesto in another. You can put um, virtually any sauce you want. You can make it chili. You can put anchovies, olives, maybe a bit of veg. Make it a bit healthy, maybe. So now you just leave this to just sort of for a few minutes, just to make sure that it just holds together. So, so we put this aside for now, whilst it holds together, and we've still got mozzarella there, and we now go and we do the authentic mozzarella in carrozza. I shall just move this aside. And so this is how you would do the authentic mozzarella in carrozza. Oops, let's get the camera. I need a cameraman, don't I? Okay, so just a piece of mozzarella, dip it in the egg. Then dip it in the breadcrumbs. Dip it in the egg. So yes, it's double dipping. So and then just put it aside. Mozzarella in the egg. In the breadcrumbs. You do need a lot of breadcrumbs. In the egg. And put it aside, and you do that with all these. And whilst you're doing these, the creative mozzarella are just getting to know each other, as people would say. Okay, I'm just going to pause whilst I do the rest. Okay, so these are the authentic ones. They've been done double dipped. So it's egg, breadcrumbs, pat them down properly, egg, breadcrumbs, and then just put them aside before you do the cooking bit. Add some more breadcrumbs, and now we go back to the creative ones. Okay, so um, uh, the first thing that we do with the creative ones is get rid of the crust. So try to keep as much to the margin as possible. So get rid of the crust. Like so. All right, now, now what you do with these is up to you. You could cut them into soldiers. You could cut them into soldiers. So you've got like little strips. You could cut them into triangles. You can really do. I'm just going to just keep it nice and simple, and just do squares. But it isn't. This bit is entirely up to you. So this is also easier to cook because you've got less to do. So now you just go back to with the squares, and you just put it into the egg. And then it goes again into into the into the bread, making sure you get the sides as well. Although sometimes it's nice to leave a bit of a side not done so you can see what's in it. Um, so you don't, because this has got the bread. You don't actually need to double dip as you did with the other one. The reason you did with the other one, with the authentic one, is because mozzarella famously melts. That's why you use it in lasagna. That's why you use it in pasta bakes, because you get all that gooey melty cheese. And the carrozza, the carriage, is what makes the cheese melt inside but not go all gooey and everywhere. So again, number 3. Now, the other good thing about this is this is very versatile, both the authentic and the creative, in that you can have it as a starter, you can have it as party food, you can cook it the day before, and then the day after you just stick in the oven just to reheat. Just okay. The last of the 4 of this one. Just pat it in. And now we do the same with this one. And I'll put you on pause. Okay, so this is it. The plate. It's got both the authentic and the creative mozzarella. So now we go over to the cooker. Okay, now authentically with this, what you're meant to do is deep fry it in oil. Me, as people may have seen from my other videos, I like to deep fry as far as the item gets brown on both sides, and then put into the oven in order to finish it off. So what I am going to do is switch on the oven at gas mark 6, so as to preheat it, and at the same time the cooker, the hob, yes, and I'm using sunflower oil. And you will need, actually, I'll see if I've got a good, yeah, no, I will use this. You do need the other one quite a bit, and you need it to get very hot before you can do anything. You really need to see the heat haze coming out of this, so I shall put this on pause again. Okay, you can see now that the heat haze, I hope. So we just start putting these in. Doesn't matter which ones you do first. And just start frying those. Okay, so this is the reason. Yeah, they're golden. So I will now transfer to the oven dish. Okay, so I've transferred to the oven dish, and I'm going to continue with the whole batch, and when I've done the whole batch, the whole of that will go into the oven. But I'll see you in a sec. I'll put you on pause because the rest of the batch will be just the same. So this is the last batch. I put the heat down on so that they won't get as hot as quickly as the first batch were. But then it's one of those things, I do try and vary it a bit, because some people like them more charred, other people like them lighter. I know I like it on the lighter side. Russ prefers the more charred side. It's a matter of taste, but really this is the sort of look you're really going for. This is the look you're going for. It's golden brown, but it doesn't look Yeah. Now the thing is I'm going to put when these four are done, I'm going to put this all in the oven for 10 minutes. Now, if you were having it tomorrow, you can just let everything cool down, and then tomorrow, you can just stick it through. Alternatively, you can actually just heat it all now, and then tomorrow you can okay, so switch this off. Tomorrow, and then or you can heat it all now, and then tomorrow you just need to heat through. You can eat them cold. You can bring them onto a barbecue or something, not a barbecue, a picnic. But the beauty of it is the gooiness of the mozzarella. That's the beauty of it. Just seeing, you don't really want to look at that, do you? You want to see this, which looks more appetizing, doesn't it? So you do want the you can bring them onto a picnic, but then obviously the mozzarella will be dried up. So I'm going to stick them in the oven now, and I'll just put you on for about 10 minutes because remember, they're already cooked. There's nothing here that will give you salmonella, listeria or anything, because it's basically a mozzarella sandwich, isn't it? A ham and cheese sandwich. So I'll see you in a bit. Okay, it's actually been 5 minutes since I put these in the oven. So it's the moment of testing. I shall look at this. You can see it's all nice and gooey. Which is precisely what we want. So if you're eating these now, they're ready. Otherwise, just let them cool down, and then you can have them, and you can have them tomorrow. Whichever way you do, enjoy.